Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today we're going to be talking about the second phase of the Halo 5 beta. Some new guns, some new maps, and more importantly, a new game mode called Breakout. And I am really excited about this new game mode because it's something that hasn't really been introduced to the Halo franchise before, but it fits so amazingly well. It almost makes you think that this has always been an integral part to Halo. In fact, it could be the future of competitive Halo gaming. Now the map I'm playing here is called Regret, and it's kind of the sister map to one of the maps we were playing before called Truth. This is basically a crashed Covenant command ship or whatever, and it's all overgrown and has a completely different ambiance from the one that we were playing in space. And there's different power-up weapons, and you even start off with a different gun. Instead of the assault rifle, you start off with the battle rifle. So you have a burst fire weapon. Can run around the map picking up different guns here. We've got this cool little energy rifle, and there's also a lock-on rocket launcher in the center of the map, which I picked up a couple times and didn't really have much luck with. The Team Slayer gameplay is still very solid. It's a lot of fun. It's well balanced and really engaging. I gotta say, I like everything that they're doing with the standard classic modes of Halo, and I will say that I got my ass kicked a lot. Halo players on console are amazingly good, and if you run into a group of really good players, it can be almost a nightmare trying to take them down. Because we are playing a beta, I don't know if the matchmaking system has enough players to choose from, but I did notice a few times that some teams were incredibly stacked. Not too big of a deal, but it definitely kind of puts you on your toes when all of a sudden you've been going from pwning noobs to getting your ass handed to you from some serious Halo MLG pros. Learning the map layout and weapon spawns is incredibly important in this game, probably more so than most other shooters out there. Grenade throws and grenade placement, again, very important for understanding and becoming good in Halo. And I'm sort of getting back to my old school Halo roots of figuring out, oh yeah, okay, learning the maps, throwing the grenades in the right spot, getting those grenade kills at long range. It's super important in Halo because the time to kill in this game is longer than most other games. And the energy sword is back in the game. It's fun to use, although not quite as satisfying when you get a kill with it as previous Halo games. It doesn't seem to have that sort of same lock-on effect. Maybe they'll change that. We are still playing a beta. It is nice actually being able to stow your energy sword, switch to a long-range rifle, and then when somebody comes in close quarters, pop out the energy sword and get the easy melee kill. And I will say this time around I did notice a bit more lag. I don't know if it's the matchmaking system pitting me against people with pings that are bad or playing in other countries or something like that, but there were some discrepancies. Now let's switch over to some Breakout gameplay. This is honestly the highlight of Halo 5 for me so far. It's incredibly fun. I want to let you guys watch the first round without me commentating over it, and then I'll get into the details. It's 4v4 single elimination.
Round one.
Throwing a grenade. Taking fire. Contact, hostile fire.
First strike. 4-on-3. 3-on-2.
Target in the trench.
Trick. 3-on-1. 2-on-1. Extinction. You won the round.
So that was a single round. They can last for up to 2 minutes, or they'll just take as long as it takes for you to eliminate the other enemy team. It's only 4 players, so it can go pretty darn fast. Sometimes they can turn into a little bit of a stalemate, but again, 2 minutes is the time limit, so it's not going to be too long of a stalemate. Each match goes on until one team wins 5 rounds, so they could win all 5 games in a row in the start, or it could just be a mixture, so you can go up to 9 games total. You start out with an SMG and a pistol, and there's various other weapons scattered throughout the map, so you can decide if you want to rush for a different gun. Sometimes it can be very risky trying to get to a powerful weapon early game because somebody will grenade that spot, and you have less health in this game type than you do other game types, so basically a grenade will insta-kill you. This could be a little frustrating if you just get into the mode and you don't know the maps too well. People will be throwing grenades at the beginning of the round, usually at popular spots, and sometimes you'll die right away to a lucky grenade throw. But once you start to figure it out, you'll be speed throwing those lucky grenade throws and usually figuring out where players are going to be. You only have one grenade when you start off in the beginning of the round, so you have to use it wisely, and there's usually a stockpile in the center of the map, or you can pick up a grenade off of a player that you killed. Now you can certainly try and make a Counter-Strike analogy for this game mode because it is a single elimination way to play Halo, but it's not really an objective-based game mode. You're not trying to plant a bomb or go to a certain area. The maps are very small, and so you're going to engage the enemy quickly. The 2-minute time limit forces teams to be a little bit more aggressive, and sometimes it can really pay off if all 4 of you rush one side of the map and sneak around behind the enemy players. There is no mini-map here, which is a big change, so you're going to be able to sneak up behind people much easier than you could before. Keeping your head on a pivot is going to be key to staying alive. Checking out where your teammates are, where they died, is also going to be a really big help for trying to figure out where the enemy players might be. Now what's neat about the map is that it clearly looks like it's some sort of Spartan-style training facility. The ground even resonates your footsteps a little bit, so if you see somebody run around the corner, you can actually track their footsteps just for about a second after they've been there. Just a really cool look and feel to the overall game mode, and it feels more strategic because of it. Now it's weird because there's nothing crazy innovative about this game mode. It's 4v4 Team Slayer single elimination. That's about it. They've changed up the health a little bit, they've changed up the spawning weapons, and they've really custom designed the maps for a single elimination style game mode. And it just plays out really well despite there not being any sort of amazing breakthrough. They've just done a very, very good job of balancing it and keeping the flow really well so you don't ever find yourself getting bored. There's very key strategic positions in the backfield that you can play defensively. There's nice ways to sneak up in the center of the map if you want to be more aggressive and try and sneak through and get some fun little flanks off. The maps seem to be designed to cater to whatever your play style is or whatever type of gun you might have. And the more I play this game mode, the more I really have to give 343 a lot of credit for just making something simple and true to the arena competitive shooter. It's not overcomplicated with all these weird gimmicks or game mode styles. It's just 4v4 team deathmatch single elimination with a map and guns that are placed really well and offers a lot of good strategic gameplay. I had several games that went all the way to the 9th round. They were a lot of fun. I could tell that every player was on their toes for the last game there, and it was something that I would definitely want to watch in a tournament format. I could see it being really entertaining, and even in beta right now, it's something that's complete enough that you could watch a tournament of the Breakout game mode. It's really that well done in its current state. Now granted, I've only played through maybe 13 or 14 different matches, but I will say the one area of it that I'm not totally in love with is the fact that grenades are so powerful. Makes a lot of sense to try and rush the center of the map to get the grenade cache pile there, because you can kind of just chuck them around, and if you get a lucky little throw, you'll get a kill. They're insta kills if you place them right, and that is kind of annoying, especially in a single elimination style game mode. Again, maybe I need to play it a little bit more, but I will say it's frustrating when somebody gets this weird random grenade bounce that happens to land right at your feet, and it takes you out when you're on an awesome kill streak or an awesome flank. Now I know this channel doesn't really revolve around console games too much, but I gotta say if there's one shooter you should be paying attention to even if you are a PC gamer, it's Halo 5. I think this has got some serious potential as a great future competitive shooter. As for people who are not liking the modern update of Halo 5 or calling it a Call of Duty reskin, I gotta say you guys are totally wrong. I love the gameplay in Halo 5. I'm not a particularly big fan of Call of Duty in general, and if that's something that you're afraid of, I gotta say you're not really gonna get that with Halo 5. It's a lot of fun. You gotta try it for yourself. If you have the opportunity to check out the beta, I highly recommend doing so. Anyway, that wraps it up for this Halo 5 beta coverage. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.